The 1.2% growth recorded in the fourth quarter of last year helped lift overall growth to 4.9% for 2021. It's the best growth in 5 years.
We've been significantly hit over the past few years. COVID-19 goes without saying. It's something that we never anticipated, and it saw us dip significantly down, and there's definitely a recovery to be had. So just to put it into perspective, we're back at 2017 levels. Our peak GDP in the past 6 years was actually in 2019.
Agriculture made the largest contribution of 12.2%, with a firm rebound in manufacturing up 2.8%. Trade and personal services also made gains in the fourth quarter.
What is good is that we're seeing overall improvement just in terms of most of the sectors in the past quarter and over the past year. That just leaving out the construction sector in the past year, which is the only one that had a negative move.
Despite the solid jump, the economy remains 1.8% smaller than pre-pandemic levels.
Many of the structural reform efforts takes quite a few quarters before they become real life situations. I think the negative quarter that we reported on for the third quarter of last year was more related to the shutdown that we had, COVID related. You might remember in that quarter we also had the civil unrest in many areas, increased lockdown restrictions, we had limited access to some of our port facilities. So all of those events gave us a negative number in the third quarter. Whereas the fourth quarter now might actually be artificially high because it compares to a low number that you had in the third quarter.
While household consumption grew, there are worries that this may be limited in the future due to rising inflation, higher interest rates, and the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
We really have had a challenge with unemployment over the past couple of years. It has been spoken about as a structural issue in our country, but we're starting to see recovery in manufacturing, recovery in the primary sectors. The financial sector is on the rise. The trade sector is also on the rise. Those are our biggest employment creators in the country.
Some economists are encouraged by improvements, suggesting the economy is on the mend, but are warning that it simply isn't enough to address South Africa's urgent challenges of poverty and unemployment.